Good morning, my people. So yeah, I wanted to start off this morning, this Monday, this week with just something positive, something like a pep talk for you guys. Just this past week, I've had exactly 6 of you reach out to me and just basically let me know that life is sucking for you right now. There's a lot of you that are really going through it, and that's just the ones who have trusted me and reached out to me and let me know. I know there's a lot more of you that are really struggling right now. So I wanted to start off this week with something positive. Some of you may have already seen this video. I've seen it at least 10 times, but every time I get something from it, and every time it puts a smile on my face, and every time it reminds me that there's a reason I'm here now at this time on earth. We all have a purpose. We all have a reason that we're here. Even if right now you feel like your life sucks and you're hopeless, keep going. There's a reason you're here right now on earth. And know that you're loved and that I'm on your team. Happy Monday.
I think we all need a pep talk. The world needs you to stop being boring. Yeah, you. Boring is easy. Everybody can be boring, but you're gooder than that. Life is not a game, people. Life isn't a cereal either. Well, it is a cereal. And if life is a game, aren't we all on the same team? I mean, really, right? I'm on your team, be on my team. This is life, people. You got air coming through your nose. You got heartbeat. That means it's time to do something. A poem. 2 roads diverged in the woods, and I took the road less traveled. It hurt, man! Really bad. Rocks, thorns, and glass. My parts broke. Wah! Not cool, Robert Frost. But what if there really were 2 paths? I want to be the one that leads to awesome. It's like that dude Journey said, don't stop believing unless you dream stupid. Then you should get a better dream. I think that's how it goes. Get a better dream and keep going. Keep going, and keep going. Will Michael Jordan have quit? Well, he did quit. No, he retired. Yeah, he retired. But before that, in high school, what if he quit when he didn't make the team? He would have never made Space Jam. And I love Space Jam. What will be your Space Jam? What will you create will make the world awesome? Nothing if you keep sitting there. That's why I'm talking to you today. This is your time. This is my time. It's our time. We can make every day better for each other. If we're all on the same team, let's start acting like it. We got work to do. We can cry about it, or we can dance about it. We were made to be awesome. Let's get out there. I don't know everything. I'm just a kid. But I do know this. It's everybody's duty to give the world a reason to dance. So get to it. You've just been pep talked. Create something that will make the world awesome. Play ball.
Doesn't that video just make you feel good? The thing is, everything that kid said in that video is true. Even in the darkest times, our light can shine the brightest, and we can help others in situations if we've already gone through it. So if you're going through a hard time, there's purpose in it. Because when you come out on the other side, you can help others. And you always gotta go through the rain to get the rainbow. Corny, but true. And my last tidbit, sadness is not a bad thing. It's okay to be sad. It's good to be sad sometimes because sadness reminds us and helps us understand what's really important to us. And it helps us find that purpose. All right, on to math, people. This week we are going to be reviewing division. I know it's some of y'all's most favorite thing in the world, but we're going to get through it. And we're going to do that by reviewing exactly what we did, partial quotients. That's when we made the t-chart and we found which number was closest to that dividend, that number that we're dividing up. But first, before we do that, I want to quickly review what division is. Some of you might think this is really lame and dumb, but others of you really need this. You couldn't even divide 8 divided by 4 when we were doing coordinated planes, so pay attention.
All right, Jagoons, we did it. We got away with 3 of the biggest capers in history. When we get back to the hideout, we'll divvy up the loot, and we'll all be rich. Rich, I tell ya. When we're through, boys, we'll all be driving new Packards and listening to the biggest radios they make. Okay, first order of business. Let's divide the loot from the first job. Hot diggity, just look at all that ice. We got diamonds, 20 of them. Now let's see, there was 4 of us participated in the heist. Crusher, Bruiser, Moby, and me. If we divide things up equally, we each get... Wait a second, how do we divide 20 diamonds evenly among 4 people? Well, yeah, we need to use division to figure it out. Division is basically the splitting of large numbers into equal groups of smaller numbers. In our case, we're trying to divide our loot in between the 4 of us so that we have an equal share. Well, in division, all these numbers have special terms. The number being divided is called the dividend. Here, the dividend is 20 for our 20 diamonds. The number you're dividing by is called the divisor. Here, the divisor is 4, since we have 4 people. And the answer you get is called the quotient. Our quotient is 5. So each of us gets 5 diamonds. Holy mackerel, 15 gold coins. Pretty soon we're all going to be dancing the Lindy Hop on the Queen Mary. Now let's divide them up. What's up, little Jimmy? Okay, fair is fair. You tipped us off to this big score, so we'll divide these coins up 5 ways. Now let's see. How many times can we divide 15 by 5? Yep, you got it. We can divide 15 coins into 5 groups of 3 coins apiece. And you can check your answer by multiplying the quotient by the divisor. If your answer is the dividend, you've done it right. Let's see, 3 times 5 equals 15. Yep, we've got it. That's because division is sort of like the opposite of multiplication, in the same way that subtraction is the opposite of addition. And now for the last part of the haul. 21 pocket watches. Why, we'll be taking flappers to the Autobot until... Ooh, cheese it, guys, it's Lieutenant Rita. I mean, we just acquired these 21 lovely watches. And since there's 7 of us, including you and Sergeant Cassie, we could, divide the loot 7 ways. Let's see, 21 watches for 7 people. 21 divided by 7 is 3. So that's 3 watches apiece for each of us, including you 2. Oh, why did I think I could get away with this? Becoming a 1930s gangster was a really bad career choice. Of course, it could work for Halloween.
Visit us at brainpop.com for more on this topic and hundreds of others. You'll find movies, games, quizzes, and activities. Learn more about the difference BrainPop can make.
All right, so we're going to start out with just a simple, straightforward division problem. No word problem, no nothing. We're just going to solve this using the t-chart and partial product. All right, so we have 816 divided by, remember we draw that big 7, divided by 24. The number I'm splitting up or dividing goes in the inside the 7, and the number I'm dividing by goes outside. Now, what do I do first, people? Who can tell me? Actually, you can't tell me because you're not here with me, but in your head you should be hearing
Make a T-chart.
right, because I said that about 1,000 times in class during division. First thing is to make that T-chart. So, I'm making a T-chart for 24 because that's the number I'm dividing by. So I'm trying to see, okay, how many times can 24 go into 816? Or how many groups of 24 are there in 816? Okay, so 24. Well, I know. Start with what I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And yes, for this one, I'm going all the way to 10. And can you see that? Yes, you can. Perfect. All right. So I know 1 times 24 is 24. And I know 10 times 24 is 240. I know that because 24 times 1 is 24 and add a 0, 240. So when I'm adding up, if at the end I don't get 240, I added wrong somewhere. All right. So that's why I always like to do times 1 and then times 10 right after that. Because if I add it all up and I don't get this number, something went wrong. All right. So 24 times 2, 24 plus 24 is 48. Plus 24 more is 72. Plus 24 more is 96. All right, I'm going to stop there because I know I'm not going to get close to 800 because if times 10 is 240, I'm going to have to add a 0, right? So, looking at my chart so far, which number is, if I had a 0 to it, could get me close to 816 without going over? Right, 72, which is times 3. So I'm going to do times 3. That's 72, but I need one more digit. So in that spot, I'm going to put a 0. And if I put a 0 here, that means I got to put a 0 here. 24 times 30 is 720. Ding, ding, ding. All right, now I can subtract. I'm trying to see how much do I have left so I can keep dividing it out. Okay, 6 minus 0 is 6. 1 minus 2, can't do that. Gotta regroup. So that becomes 7, and that becomes 11. You add 10 to the number that you couldn't subtract, right? You're trying to make it bigger. So you take from the number next to it and you add 10. All right, 11 minus 2 is 9, and 7 minus 7 is nothing. Ooh, yes. In my T-chart, I already have the answer for the next one. Right here, people. 24 times 4 is exactly 96. So I don't have to add any zeros. I can just subtract, and I have a remainder of 0. So what is my answer? Well, it's 30 plus 4, which is 34, and I have a remainder of 0. There's nothing left over. Is it all coming back to you? I hope so. Layla is taking a trip to the beach with her new puppy for the weekend. She must drive 384 miles in total. She has to stop every 16 miles to let her puppy stretch his legs. How many stops will Layla make? Solve and show your thinking in any way. All right, so when I think about this problem, I know there's this girl, she's driving 384 miles with her puppy, and so she has to stop every 16 miles to let it go potty, right? Because you don't want a puppy peeing in your car. So in other words, she's taking 384 and she's splitting it into groups of 16 because every 16 miles she's going to stop. So we got to figure out how many stops she is going to make. All right, so for this next problem, I'm going to set it up for you. I'm going to do the T-chart for you, but you're going to be doing the division, and you're going to tell me the answer in the comments. So this is the problem that you are going to give me the answer in the comments. Okay? Alrighty. So I am going to be dividing 384 divided by, draw that big 7, 16. Okay, so first things first, make a T-chart. Okay, so I'm making a T-chart for 16. Ooh, that's my divisor. That's what I need to make a T-chart for. I'm trying to see how many groups of 16 will equal 384. So I'm making my T-chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And remember, I'm going to start with times 1 and then I'm going to go to times 10 right after that, because if I add up 16 and I don't get that number at times 10, something went wrong. All right. 16 times 1 is 16 and 16 times 10 is 160. Ooh, I'm running out of room. All right, now I'm going to keep adding 16 until I get to down here. 16 plus 16 is 32. 16 plus 32 is 48. 16 times 4 is, look at that, I even had to think about this. 16 times 4 is 64. 16 times 5 is 80. 16 times 6 is 96. 16 times 7 is 112. Sorry, I went blank there for a second. 112 plus 16 is 128. And 128 plus 16 is 14. 144, and 144 plus 16 is 160. All right, so I did the hard part for you. I did the T-chart. The T-chart is correct. So now all you have to do is divide this out. Look at your T-chart. Think about, okay, what number is closest to 384 without going over? And remember, you can just add a 0 to these numbers to make it a 3-digit number. All right, because we know times 10, that's nowhere near 384. So we can get even closer to that by adding a 0 somewhere. All right, tell me the answer in the comments. BRB. And This is your exit slip that you can find on Canvas. Just like last week, you're going to have to either upload your work or send me a text with a picture of your work. There were still a lot of you last week who did not send me pictures, so I couldn't give you credit. That sucks. Sorry guys, that was just really satisfying to me, and he was spray painting Earth, and we're still talking about space, specifically the solar system today. So all you're going to do is you're going to go on Canvas, you're going to look for this week's assignments, which should be at the very top of the homepage, and you're going to look for the one that says Monday 4/27 Mission 5. You click on it, you follow the directions, you answer the questions. That's it. It's all about Earth and our solar system and Earth's spot in the solar system. That's all for today, guys. I'm trying to cut down the length of the videos because I know y'all are not watching the whole thing. So I'm trying to help you out and make these videos shorter. Have a great day. I love you. I miss telling you guys to be quiet. You're too loud. Catch you tomorrow.